All right. Hello, Top Fan Rivalry followers. It's time for another episode of Can of Corn. I'm Bill. That's Dave. Normally we post these things on Wednesday. We just got busy this week. Lots going on. Fan Fest. I was in Vegas type thing, flying back. So now we're ready to go. We got Bella making her appearance tonight on the t-shirt. So, that is the mailman loving dog right there.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Bill, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I'm doing great. Tis the season. Something about the holiday season that just puts a little extra pep in my step, which is hard to do because I'm a pretty peppy guy. Um, I don't know if I'm like a cat or a dog and I get out in that cold weather and it makes me get the zoomies or what, but man, I'm all down for it, man. My mom loved Christmas. May God rest her soul. And so we celebrate hard. However, full disclosure, I didn't put a single Christmas light on the house. I just plugged up the inflatables and kind of phoned it in this year.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress.
I mean, by the way, Dave's referring to inflatable holiday decorations, not the other inflatables that he has up during the year, right?
Yeah, hey, get your heads out of the gutters, children. Okay, this is a PG show here. Okay,
Dave, Dave was thinking it all. All right. All right. So, Dave, I got some questions for you because you're an AL West guy. So it's going to be me asking you some questions tonight, right? And we'll debate this back and forth. But here we go. Obviously, the biggest thing this week is the
the
Shohei
the
contract.
the panda bear in the room, huh?
Yeah, the Express Panda Bear, whatever, in the room. Shohei gets a $700 million contract. It's crazy amounts of deferrals. Um, it's a great contract. If you're a Dodger fan, it might be a great not a great contract around the league. But what do you think about this contract? And frankly, well, first tell me about the contract.
Okay, so first of all, congratulations. You, of course, are a Dodger fan. You got the biggest fish in the pond in this off season. And while there are Dodger fans and a casual fan that is happy
Right.
that we might get the reincarnation of Babe Ruth. However, I'm not one of those people. Now, I don't know if he'd be wearing Astros orange and we deferred 680 million if I feel the same way. But here's my gripe with it. Now,
Right away.
sure, nothing is breaking any of the rules in the collective bargaining agreement. Okay. It's a loophole. Why MLB? I know why, because our commissioner is a poopy head. Why they
Yeah.
don't question these loopholes? You know, um, look, I'm not hating on it. You got your guy. It's brilliant on behalf of the Dodgers front office and Shohei's people to work it out where he's just not going there and going to get stuck like he did in Anaheim without help. No offense to Trout there. Um, and it's already proven in the pudding. I mean, the Dodgers are still being active. However, a couple of problems. Sure, Shohei gets his money. All right,
Mhm.
you're a financial guy, but he doesn't
Uh-huh.
get to draw the interest on that money right now. Great, I get it. Rich people problems. I get it. Okay, but what does this do for baseball? Like, we're
Mhm.
already having a problem with smaller market teams trying to compete with the big guys. Okay, um, this is just a case of the rich get richer. It proves again that the haves will always have, and the have-nots are sitting there trying to figure out how to put butts in seats. They're not they finagled their way around the luxury tax. You know, if y'all had got Randy today, I'd have really lost it. I would have completely boycotted the 2023 season.
Well,
Um,
you know that the Dodgers made a trade today, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah, Tyler Glass now and
yeah, no,
Margot.
but it's not Randy. Okay, like Randy in the outfield, that's not fair. Um, like I said, I'm in a larger market. Houston, of course, the fourth largest market in the country. We don't have a problem with but the smaller market teams, the Brewers, the Baltimores, like the kids in Baltimore are trying to put on a show, and yet now we're going to have a super team over here in the West Coast. I just don't like that Manfred allowed the workaround. It's great for the casual fan. It's great for Dodger fan, but diehard fans got to wonder, how does this make baseball better for the whole?
Yeah. And that's my argument, right? And so I look at the contract, and obviously um I am loving it from a Dodger perspective. But I'm hating it when I look at the numbers of it, because again, you have to play. It's a weird scenario, but you have to play it out, right? You have to play it out. So then you look at it and you say, okay, sure, he doesn't get interest on it, but if the Dodgers, and I've said this a number of times, if the Dodgers don't make it to the big dance, to the Fall Classic, at least once in the next 3 years, win one in the next 5 years, and win at least two in those 10 years, it gets weird. Now,
there's a lot of risk, man.
Yeah, and now it's the New York Yankees of the 90s. You have to win. It's a have to win scenario.
Yeah.
Now, from a business perspective, Dave, they're conservatively estimating that Shohei will bring the Dodgers like 2.1 billion. So it makes total sense,
Yeah,
right?
no, like I said, I get it. Okay. The fact that they were able to do it, hey, bravo to his agent or whoever worked it out. It doesn't feel right. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. There's a whole lot of risk. The boys already played it safe by not catching a major injury. Well, I mean, he can't pitch next year, but I mean, you're risking a whole lot. The kid could get hurt. I'm sure there's all kinds of incentives, and he will definitely cash out on the endorsements there in Southern California. Bella, leave it alone. Bella has to make her entrance. T-shirt's just not good enough. Yeah. Take it and go. Anyway, it just doesn't feel right, man. It feels like y'all cheated.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
And it's funny because you said something a couple minutes ago, and I'm not arguing that, but you said something a couple minutes ago where I'll bet you the Dodgers and the Dodgers lawyers found this loophole, and then Manfred was like, "Oh, you can't do that." Well, listen here, coach, you can. Here's your rules.
Yeah, they pulled out the CBA and said, "Show me."
Yeah, and so
I get, the Dodgers are going to make money hand over. I mean, I guarantee right now, there's probably not a Shohei jersey in the SoCal vicinity. You know what I'm saying? They're being bought up. They're going to get resold. I mean, you're bringing Showtime back to LA.
Yeah.
I'm saying the resurrection of Showtime. Magic Johnson's all over it already. I worry about the ramifications. It's a lot of pressure on the kid.
A lot for a 29-year-old.
A lot of pressure on the kid. A lot of pressure on the Dodgers organization, which also puts pressure on Mookie and on Freddie and on Clayton if he comes back. Everybody's got to play.
Everybody.
If y'all go down in the wild card or first round this year, I mean, look, you're still going to make your money, okay? But the reason why you did this was to get the jewelry. And
right.
I like your numbers. They've got to go in the next 3 years. They've got to win 1 in 5 and 2 in 10 for this to seem like it was a good idea. Like I said, had he signed with the Astros, I'd be sitting here going, it's not against the rules. Hey, But I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I worry about we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, it's gonna be the long game on this.
Now, did you hear about the rumor?
I hate rumors, but go ahead.
Me too. I hate rumors, but rumor has it the Dodgers are sending 3 of their high prospects. They're going to re-sign Clayton and send him over and Max Muncy in return for Jose Altuve.
Yeah,
I'm just teasing you.
I think somebody has spiked your sparkling water bill. Not gonna happen, buddy.
We got a high requirement here in LA.
I would bet every belt on this wall here that Jose Altuve is an Astro for life. So
I agree with you. Uh, so take it fun for me for a second. I mean, you and I both agree it was a loophole. The Dodgers found the loophole. Like you said, if it was Astros orange, you'd be like, they found a loophole. Like for me, I'm looking at it, I think from a business standpoint, fantastic, phenomenal, bravo. From a fan perspective, man, do you put a lot of pressure on the boys, right? And so now, if they go out and they win a World Series in 2024, 2025, everybody's going to shut up. But
you know, and you're striking while the iron's hot. Y'all had a you know a less than positive end to your season last year, so you shake that off right away. You know what I'm saying? The postseason hangover is gone. You've got your guy. I mean, you're looking forward to spring training 2 months early, 3 months early. So
I'm looking forward to Vegas and FanFest. Then I'm looking forward to spring training.
yeah,
So
no doubt. Vegas is going to be insane. If you have not gotten your passes for FanFest, you need to go now.
Free
Okay,
hugs, Big Dave.
free hugs, karaoke. I mean, me and Bill may dance the tango. You never know. I don't know who's going to be Gomez and who's going to be Morticia, but you got to be in Vegas to find out.
Well, you'll have to reach out to Stadium Food Girl, who, while in Kansas City last year, while she may have had one or two adult beverages, needed the Rangers to win and the Dodgers to win because I think the Dodgers played Seattle or something like that. And she needed that to happen. And when the Rangers won and the Dodgers won, I said to her before the Dodgers won, I said, if the Dodgers win and the Rangers win, there was karaoke. I said, will you get up there and karaoke I Love LA? And she said, absolutely. And when it both happened, she's like, do I have to? And I'm like, hey, you said yes. And she still hasn't done it because the guy didn't have I Love LA on his karaoke machine in Kansas City. We're gonna make that happen in Vegas. You know, it's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah. Well, it will not be a duet with Big Dave. I can promise you that. I will not be singing I Love LA. I'll sing You Got a Friend in Me. We'll keep it Randy Newman. But we're gonna have to do it. Yeah, no, we not out loud.
Burn On, Rolling in the Cleveland, you know, something like that. You know, I don't know.
The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. You know, that's where I'm at. You know,
it's funny that you said that because the other night I said the baseball sidekick, we're kicking it on the couch, and I said the stars that night are big and bright. I said deep in the heart of Texas. I go like that, and I said, and she goes, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? So it's been a joke. Megan's been all over her about that.
You're killing me.
All over her about that. So
no, Amber, I'm bringing the lyrics for you so you can practice.
You know,
so
there you go. All right, so let's have some fun here on this. He is now officially out. Everything okay over there?
Yeah.
He's now officially out of the AL West. How you feeling about that?
It's a relief. Not that the Angels were ever really a threat, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But it does change the way you play that team. You know what I'm saying? You Shohei is a bat that you have to prepare for. He's a pitcher that you have to prepare for. And the fact that we only have to deal with them for a few games a year, if that, and then the postseason. I mean, hey, I don't, enjoy your loophole. But yeah, I've got bigger fish to fry, namely like the South Oklahoma Rangers and the Seattle Mariners. But
now that Stadium Food Girl wants you to bring that to Vegas because she wants to wear that L hat. You know that, right?
I will bring that. I'm a man of my word. Her team won. I think they cheated. They were wearing buzzers. I don't know. I've got an investigation out on it. I've got a panel. I hired Dog the Bounty Hunter to get on the case. And, we'll have, we've got more information that's got to come in before we can.
Let me know what Dog says.
Yeah. No.
Let me know what Dog says.
The one thing that I wanted out of this, I knew he wasn't coming to Houston. Jim Crane wasn't dropping that kind of cash, okay, which is fine. We know that. We've got our own issues. We got to pay Tucker. I think it's a foregone conclusion that Bregman's gone, but we'll save that for another episode. But the fact that I just wanted him to go to the NL, I don't care where he went. I would have rather him went to any other team but the Dodgers. But the rich get richer. The haves, we're
Everybody's
kind of
hating
the
on the
haves.
Dodgers.
I can't sit here and cry that the have-nots. Or Houston's the haves too. But I mean, I wouldn't want that risk over I wouldn't have to be worried as a fan. I would love to have him on my team. I would hate to have to worry about all that. But yeah, out of the AL West, he's the Giants' problem. He's not my problem no more.
It's funny because Dave, if you were out here right now, I could show you 30 Angel fans that have flipped off jerseys, have been all kinds of all over Shohei, call him a traitor, everything. And my answer to that is the dude is playing a game that we dreamed about playing for money in our backyards. Somebody offered him an insane amount of money to play where he doesn't even have to move. He's got to drive up the freeway a little bit.
Forget the kid's from another country, another culture. Like, this is the boyhood dream right now. I mean, I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at baseball. I'm mad at Manfred. Like, something, this. Okay, what's next? I'm calling it. Within the next 2 years, there's going to be $1 billion contract out there. Just wait for it, and it'll be deferred. Somewhere Bobby Bonilla is going, man, I should have got in on that kind of deal.
Well, see, Bobby's contract was only 5.2, but he was given 8% interest on it, so it stretched it out to be about 30 million. And so now they changed the rules to say that you can't offer interest on a deferred contract. So
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So with the last remaining 15 minutes or so, I want to play a little game with you since we're talking AL West, we're talking about your teams. And next week, folks, in our show, we'll break down. We've already broken down the AL West. We'll break down the AL East or the Central. Don't worry, we're getting to it. But I wanted to play a little game with Dave. He has no idea that I've got 18 players on a list here. So for our off the record debates, what we're going to do is I'm going to take a page out of Thomas at Chop House Chatters idea. We're going to call it Start One. Yeah, Chop House. We're going to call it Start One, Bench One, Cut One. So I'm going to give you 3 players. You have to tell me who you would start, who you would bench, and who you would cut. Okay?
Man, the seat's getting hot over here.
Yeah, it's getting a little warm. Now, believe you me, it's going to get harder as we go on. Okay, so I'm going to start you off with a little bit easy job, but then we're going to get a little harder. Some of these guys are Hall of Famers that we're going to talk about. Okay, not just current active players.
And I have to cut one?
You have to cut one. Yeah, no. Wait, it's going to get
bring it.
All right, here you go. Maldi, Pena, Yuli. Starting the Astros.
I mean, this is kind of easy. This is different positional players. Maldi's already gone, so he's obviously the cut. Hey, much love to Machete. The man is a great. I'm not saying he's a Hall of Fame player. He's definitely an Astros Hall of Fame player. But yeah, you got to cut Maldi. I wish he would have retired and somehow joined the coaching staff, but the guy, he wants to play a little bit more. You bench Yuli, and simply because he left. So you ain't got no loyalty to us. I got no loyalty to you. I love Pena. La Pena, the pineapple.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's start the phenom, the 2022 World Series MVP. Jeremy Pena.
Yeah, you mean the 2022, I took my shirt off in Dominican Republic and posted it for every woman in America to see Jeremy Pena, that guy?
Oh, he was just hooking the other 49 states up. The girls here in Houston have been gaga over him since day one. So
there you go. All right, here you go. Start one, bench one, cut one.
All right.
Corbin Carroll, Corey Seager, J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez.
What was the first one that you cut out? I didn't hear it.
Corbin Carroll.
Ooh. God, that's hard, man. All right. Seager, see ya. Got no love for Seager. That's strictly as an Astros fan.
I knew it.
You know, it is what it is. I gotta cut one. I'm
Gotta
not cutting
cut one.
J-Rod, and I'm not cutting Carroll. I mean, so I gotta have to bench J-Rod just because he's a little longer in the tooth. He's gonna need a little more rest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you got to start the kid. I mean, talk about generational talent. He checks a lot of boxes: athletic, fast, strong. Like the kids these days, they're just their athletic ability. They're. You remember baseball players when they used to smoke and drink? You remember John Kruk?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? These kids now got like no body fat, and they're lean and they're in CrossFit. You know, you gotta go with it. That's the future of baseball. So yeah.
Gordon Thomas, getting drunk in the clubhouse, smoking in the clubhouse, and going out and playing a game for Milwaukee.
Yeah. You can't tell me that Phil or Joe Niekro didn't take a shot right before walking out to take the mound.
Well, they retired when they were like 64. So
Gaylord Perry.
That's true.
You know he was drinking something.
He had to have been. All right, I like that. Okay, so you and I are roughly the same age. So I'm going to take you back to the 90s. You're going to remember this race every year for the All-Star. Okay, you ready?
Let's do it.
Start one, bench one, cut one. A-Rod, Jeter, Nomar. You remember when this was every year for hoops as a starting shortstop and everything like that. You remember this, right?
Yeah. I'm cutting A-Rod because he has never, ever picked the Astros to win in his capacity as a commentator. Not once. Okay? A-Rod, you out of here.
Guy hits almost 700 home runs. You're cut because you don't like the Astros.
Hey, look, take it and your steroids and take J-Lo. I'm sorry, Ben's got J-Lo now. See, you screwed up already. J-Lo caught the news and got out early. A-Rod, you out of there. I mean, I am not a Yankee fan, and I love Nomar. I mean, just Nomar in Boston. You know, it's Nomar Garcia Parra. You know, like I love it, but I gotta bench him because the captain. Oh, my captain. I mean, Hall of Famer. You can hate on Jeter. You pull up the numbers. He's right up there with all of the all-time greats. So start Jeter, bench Nomar. Sorry, Boston. Sorry, Big Papi. I love y'all. We got to bench Nomar, but we're cutting A-Rod, so we all agree with that.
Yeah, and all I have to say is imagine if there was a pitch clock during this.
Oh, yeah.
With no, he'd be like, that's strike one. Wait a second.
No. He'd be 0-2 before he even got the gloves right.
Every count, he'd be 0-2. He'd be like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
All right, like I said, these are going to get hotter. So the last two are going to be hot. The last one I'm saving for you is going to make you want to jump through your screen and take care of business with me. Okay. Yeah. It's gonna. All right. So here you go. Start one, bench one, cut one. Hank Aaron, Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr.
Okay. All right. We're gonna cut. We're gonna cut Mr. Balco and his. We know he was juiced up. I mean, the guy's head blew up like a Funko Pop. So yeah, we're gonna cut Barry. If he had done it cleanly, without any allegations or any, proof. I mean, we've got the proof. We've got Balco. No Balco, he's in. The kid. God, I loved Ken Griffey, and I don't want to just like hate on Henry Aaron, but I can't put the kid on the bench. Hank Aaron, I'm sorry, buddy. I wish you'd have gotten the flowers you deserved when you beat Babe's record. But you got to sit on the bench. And Hank Aaron would put himself on the bench and let Ken Griffey start. So the most beautiful swing I've ever seen in baseball, and the backwards hat and all. We're starting the kid.
Yeah. No, I would gone this exact same way as you did. I mean, there's just Ken Griffey was a special talent. Hank Aaron was a phenomenal special talent too. He played so long, but the kid was just something weird special at the right time for baseball.
He was something that we had never seen. Like I said, we were just coming off of the grizzled, baseball players with the chew and the Dykstras and the gritty. And then here comes this guy's as smooth as soft butter. You know what I'm saying? He's got the hat backwards. If MLB ever changes the logo, you got to do it with the kid with the hat backwards. I think that would be a nice, even if just for like the All-Star game. Like, don't do it for everything, but let's give it to the kid. Look, last year, there's video. He's younger than me, so he may be 40-ish, or a little bit younger. I don't know. Don't at me. But he was still out there yoking the ball. So he could probably start right now for 10 teams.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's got a great commercial with Jim Joyce.
Oh God, that commercial's so good.
Yeah. One of my favorite commercials.
He's 40 and I'm still gonna he'll be 85. I'll be dead in heaven and I'll be talking about the kid.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you're not gonna like me for this one. Okay.
Got the punching bag right here, Bill.
Okay. Start one, bench one, cut one. Biggio, Bagwell, Altuve.
Yeah, you are low down, dirty. Just because you got Shohei, you got to go poking everybody else right now.
Huh? No, listen, when I was preparing this, I'm like, watch this.
Just know, I'm keeping a receipt for this, and there will be another show where I have to put your butt in the hot seat.
Listen, do it. Do it.
I mean, there's no right answer on who you cut. There's no. You're trying to get me lynched here in Houston. Actually, when this airs, there'll be people knocking on my door. Okay,
I'll send you your address.
You got to start Altuve, best Astro of all time, first ballot Hall of Famer with even 2017 hanging over his head. The proof is in the pudding. He's done it. He did it when there was nobody in the stands. He's done it with people in the stands. Right. So you got to start Jose Altuve. And if you're starting Jose Altuve, you can't have another second baseman. So you have to sit the Hall of Famer, Craig Biggio.
Oh, boy.
However, that means that possibly I have to cut one of my top two all-time players, Jeff Bagwell. I played first base and had tried to mock that funky batting stance because I love Jeff Bagwell so much. Yeah, but if I got to cut him, I'm going to cut him just for that, the bad batting stance, and the fact that he wasn't drafted an Astro, that he was a Red Sox to begin with. So if there's any chink in the armor, that's where I have to go. Sorry, Baggy, I love you. If I know you're going to see this, and I know you're going to catch me in the street, I'll buy you a beer. I'll buy you a shot. Okay. Look, you're doing all right. You working with Jim Crane. You got the money. No worries. Okay. So we're going to cut Baggy. We're going to sit the Hall of Famer, Craig Biggio. It's not BGO. Look, we're going to time out. It's not BGO. I hate it when the other announcers and the other fans and they say BGO. They even have the letters BGO. It's not BGO. It's Biggio. Okay?
Biggio.
So you start Biggio. That sucked, bro. That hurt. I'm questioning our friendship at this time based on that question, to be honest. I might not go to Vegas now.
Oh, well, you know what? There's no free hugs for people then, and you don't want to like make people now.
I just had to cut Jeff Bagwell. I'm not in a hugging mood. I'll be honest.
So
I'm
here's
not.
what we got to do, though. Turn it around on me next week.
Oh, no. Yeah. Next week, be ready.
Yeah, I figured as much. I mean, I gave you some. I mean, I figured, like I said, we were going to start off easy. We're going to work it
Oh,
in.
there's a lot of historical Dodger players that I can make you squirm with. So, touche.
Thomas did to me when he played Would You Rather,
He's a
man.
Braves fan.
The dude
He can do
killed
that.
me.
How old is
Dude,
Thomas anyway? Thomas is a young guy, right?
30-ish or so.
Okay, yeah, no, he's a kid. He don't even know about 80s baseball. No.
When he watches this, he's going to tell you different because he's a good history guy. So
okay, well, okay, you could be a history guy, but it's one thing from reading in a book from seeing it live. Just saying.
Listen, the dude asked me, who would I rather have, Gil Hodges or Duke Snyder? Now that's not fair.
Oh yeah, but if you got the 100 best baseball player almanac, I mean it's right there. Simple.
Yeah. Well, Dave, this was fun. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen to me next week. Oh, I don't know.
I'm not looking forward to what happens when it airs. I just cut Jeff Bagwell. Jeff, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? When we hang up right now, I'm going to call Jeff and I'm going to apologize. I'm going to get ahead of the curveball there and let him know that this is going to come out so I don't face a PR meltdown.
I'm going to, right now, I'm going to reach out to about 100 HHC people and just say, hey, you got to listen to this, man. Dave just cut Bagwell. Dave said, you ain't got to leave, but you got to get the heck out of here.
Well, you know, HHC guys are fiercely loyal, so some of them are kind of young. If you remind them that he was a Boston Red Sox, maybe I get a little.
Maybe you got a shot.
Yeah, you know. Although
I love it.
We love Big Papi. H-Town, Big Papi. Hey man, move to Houston. We got you. Bring the car with Smart Pack. We got you, bro.
Papi. He know you need something, you call Big Papi. Big Papi's got you.
That's right. That's right.
It is
he knows
speech.
who the Yankees daddy is, and that's Jose Altuve, the best Astro of all time, who I just sat Craig Biggio for. Thanks, Bill.
Well, everybody, this is our episode of Can of Corn for you. Dave and I try to do our best for you on a weekly basis. We try to keep you laughing. We try to mess with each other a little bit because, listen, Dave and I joke around about this stuff on air, but we're tight, we're friends, and Dave knew we were going to play this. He just didn't know what players I had for him. So I have a sneaky suspicion I'm going to get a text message after this. So, you know, it's going to be fun.
I'm going to write a very sternly worded email. I will. I am going to. And I'm sending it to your boss. I'm sending it straight to Amber. I'm going above your head.
If you send it to Amber and CC Megan, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. No, you're screwed. You're done, buddy. You might get demoted. I might be the new host, and he may be the co-host next week.
Hey, there you go. That works out for me. That's Big D. I'm Bill. It's just a great time, guys. We're going to do this again.
Wait.
Yo.
Thank you. You got Shohei, but you helped us get our guy. Thank you, Bill, for Yordan Alvarez. Thank you.
I knew that was coming. I love it. God bless America. You can't do without that.
You thought you was going to get out of here with that? No, man. Hey, you know what it is. Go Houston. Look, go right now. Hit the subscribe button. This is the first place you can see Can of Corn. All right. You get it exclusively here for a limited amount of time, and then it goes straight to the locker room. All right. So if you need locker room access, go to TopFanRivalry.com. Use the promo code Big Dave, BIGDAVE. Save 10%. That's also where you can get your passes for FanFest. Because Bill's going to be there. I'm going to be there giving out hugs. Amber's going to be there. Mets Meg. I think Danny's trying to come. Mikey Bleeds Blue. Thomas will be there. We'll try to get some more H-Town people there. Adrian and Jay, they will be there. You got to be there. I've seen the venue. You're overlooking the Luxor. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Look, Big Dave don't get dressed up for too many people. If you want to come see me in a double-breasted suit, you got to come to Vegas.
So what did you think of that video, by the way? That was pretty awesome, wasn't it?
That was very nice. I immediately looked at my wife and said, I've got to go buy a new suit because what I've got is not. Yeah, no, I'm not walking up there looking like Willie Foo-Foo. I did place a special order for my Astros orange ruffled tux like from Dumb and Dumber. So I'll be there dressed to
Beautiful.
the nines.
Absolutely beautiful. Do what you got to do. I love it. And
Top
yeah,
hat and cane. I'm trying to find a size for Meg in the powder blue, and we'll put that together. So, and we'll let you guys figure out who's dumb and who's dumber, but we all know it's Bill, so it's all good.
rough crowd, rough crowd. I'll do my best being a like a Pantone colored suit. You know, it's just yeah,
You've got history with Pantone. You wouldn't even wear that color.
probably
You'd have, yeah, it'd be a nice royal blue,
royal
Dodger blue. It'd be
Dodge it.
Jackie Robinson blue. There you go. That's what we'll
That's right.
call it,
Maybe
Jackie blue.
maybe on the inside of the jacket will be stitched 17 and 42.
There you go.
I
Put a
mean,
microphone in there for Vin while you're at it.
there you go.
You know
There
what?
you go.
We had Milo Hamilton, so you know,
You
I
did.
can, Milo was great. That was our Vin Scully, but I mean, Vin is Vin. So
Vin
anyway,
is Vin.
I'm Big Dave. That's Bill. Go hit that subscribe button, man. Can of corn, man.
Can of
dig it?
corn.
Hit
Have a
us in
good
the
night, all.
comments. You got something you want to hear us talk about? Hit us in the comments. You want to come on the
Exactly.
show? Send a DM. I think I can make it happen.
Think you may happen. All right, guys. Appreciate you.
Go Stros.